Yeah, so going back to that whole discussion of how our men need to go back and study the men from the 1920s, the ones who wore the suits, who knew how to court women, because I don't even think the men of nowadays, those men, like the men from like my father from that era, it's like they don't exist anymore. Like the real men who know how to be handyman or take care of the home, and they don't come, there's no conversation about 50-50 or who, there's no conversation about that because we already assume our roles and we take care of that. I'm thinking, for instance, I remember hearing the story of how black men used to send back resources even when they were at war to their wives. Like we're such loving people. I feel like we're the most loving people, but they didn't take our land. They took us from each other. That's what they took. Because you can't own land. The land owns you. There's no way that is fictitious to sit up here and say that you own land. Because guess what? You can have a contract to say that you own that house or that land or whatever all you want to. But if this earth decides to cave the fuck in, guess what? You going along with inside of that gaping ass, caving ass hole. Am I right or am I absolutely right? You don't own shit. They took us away from each other. And now you have these men out here, again, sounding like they late for work, like they corns hurt, talking about bashing women. You're the only man, one of the few men who bashes his woman. And I understand it. I speak with passion because I am very passionate about this subject, because I wish we could get it together. I understand why men are upset. I understand why they're angry. I understand why the statistics say that black men are the number one unalivers of black women, and why a lot of black women are lesbian, because they're afraid to be with black men. Have we not seen that trend? We see every other trend. Have we not noticed that? I understand why men, black men in particular, are upset, because all of the opportunities that you had to take care of your family, to be financially stable, to be respected, which is what is important to a man, that's been taken away from you through discrimination. Discriminatory acts from left, right, up, down, all around. And please don't come on here talking about there's equal opportunity, because it's not. It's not a level playing field. And it certainly hasn't been for the black man or the black woman. They set us up. Clearly, if we were the most married people in this nation in the 1960s, that was not that long ago. 1960s. Let's not forget Black Wall Street, when we was rocking minks and owned our own banks and our own buses. Let's stop acting like we are truly heathens when we're truly royalty. You are the most loving. You literally have gold in your skin. It's so much I want to say, and I feel like I'm not really getting to, but I want us to stop pointing the finger at one another and know that we've been put onto a stage, a circus stage, so that the world can point their fingers at us and talk about us and criticize us when we've been targeted. Our family, our household was targeted. They don't want us to succeed because they know how fucking awesomely great we are. And now at this point, we don't need the slave masters anymore because we're doing the work for them. So just know when you come online and you bashing your own kind, you might as well have a whip in your hand for Toby. Because you're the same entity. You've turned into the same energy as your oppressor. We have to relearn how to love blackness, how to love our natural selves. We really need to understand female and male roles as it pertains to your biological makeup. The way that God or Source created it to be. I mean, for instance, women completely operate different from men. It's almost like we're different species. I like to say that we are different species. Even though we could be speaking English, we speak completely different languages, men and women. Absolutely. There's already that disconnect between men and women where we have to learn how to compromise and make things work. Not even compromise and make things work, but to grow. We're expanding yourself outside of the scope of what you know and agree with. You know, that's the point of the relationship or heterosexual romantic relationship. Is, like I said before, is to grow you. It's a beautiful thing. It's evolution. They've really taken that away from us. We don't know how to operate out here. It's like they've taken our instincts away from us. They've taken our innocence away. It's like we can no longer just be souls that just truly want to be loved, to be nourished. We just be nurtured. I just want to be loved and I want to give love. It's all this other shit that gets in the way of that. They've made, like Kanye said, they made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. It's so true. Love their wealth instead of our wealth. Because I don't give a damn if you got a penny with a hole in it in your pocket. If you got this melanin, baby, you are already rich. You're already wealthy. They know that. Your real wealth is cultivating relationships and growing in those relationships and expanding. Be fruitful and multiply. I'm going to talk about this more, but I gotta get back to work. We gonna talk some more about this topic. I promise you, because I want us to get it together. And I only said, I feel like my husband is not American because there's just so many, they've done a number on us, and I read it all in my natal chart, all in my own energy. Like I said, I study a lot of different esoteric sciences, so I know my makeup. Just another transition point Spirit has set up for me at some point to blow my mind and be like, oh, so my hubby ain't even what I thought he was gonna be at all. But it's cool because, you know, when times change, you gotta adapt. You gotta change with the times, right? And if you ultimately want that love, you gotta find it where you can. And unfortunately, me personally, as a black woman living in America, I don't see it. You know, I constantly hear it from other black American women as well, like the dating pool or just dating period it's scary. It's there are no rewards. It's risky, more risky than it needs to be. All that good stuff. And I'm pretty sure, you know, the men are feeling the same way. I'm not a feminist. I'm not just rocking with women or females because I am one. Because truth be told, listen, woo, me in particular, I don't necessarily get along with other females that much because they always want to compete with me for some reason. So I stay in my own lane. And women are so powerful with our energies. Whoo, baby. What's that saying? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's true. That's very true. You don't mess with no woman. And see, that's what these men need to know nowadays. Like, I don't know. I'm going to come back on here with more structured thoughts and conversation. I just had to get that off my chest, like, seriously. Because, you know, me being an autistic individual, a lot of times my executive functioning just shuts down. I get, like, stuck or paralyzed because my mind, like, my thoughts, I wish someone could measure my thoughts because I'm pretty sure my thoughts come into my mind way faster than the average person. I know they do. I know for a fact. It's quite overwhelming, overstimulating, not in a good way, which is why, you know, Spirit and Source has been forcing me to get on this camera and speak because there are a million things that I want to talk about. And I'm going to come back to this subject because, like I said, I want us to get it together. I do feel that we can repair some things with proper knowledge of self, our biological makeup, physiologically, all of that good stuff. Like, all of this stuff plays a part. You know, we all were specifically designed for something. In so many ways, your gender, your spiritual path, all of that. It's so much. But like I said, I gotta get to work. Shiner Oaks here. Shine on. No matter what. I love y'all. Mwah.